हेलो एवरीवन, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। उम्मीद है आप सब ठीक होंगे। आज हम क्लास मैट्रिक के न्यू इंग्लिश बुक का लास्ट यूनिट 8.6 जिसकी पोम है द ब्लाइंड मैन एंड द एलिफेंट डिस्कस करेंगे। सो नाउ लेट्स स्टार्ट। अब ये जो पोम है उसमें टोटल 8 स्टेंजा हैं। इससे पहले कि हम पोम डिस्कस करें, सबसे पहले हम वोकैबुलरी डिस्कस करेंगे। पैराबल, इट मीन्स a simple story used to illustrate a moral or spiritual lesson. Hindustan means Hindustan, obsolete form of Hindustan. Sturdy means strongly and solidly built. Tusk, a long pointed tooth. ये आप देख सकते हैं कि हाथी के दांत हैं ये. Koth means sad. Marvel means be filled with wonder or astonishment. Inclined means desire. Spear means a long pointed instrument. Drop means search blindly or uncertainly by feeling with the hands. Ball means shout or call out noisily. Squirm means to move from side to side. Trunk means a long nose used for smelling, breathing, drinking, trumpeting, and also for grabbing things. आप पिक्चर में भी देख सकते हैं एलिफेंट का लॉन्ग नोज. पार्टली, टू सम एक्सटेंट और नॉट कंप्लीटली. अब मैं आपको थोड़ा सा इस पोम का बैकग्राउंड बता दूं. द ब्लाइंड मैन एंड द एलिफेंट इज द पोम बाय अमेरिकन पोएट जॉन गॉडफ्री सैक्स 1816-1887, which is based on an Indian fable about six blind men and the elephant. In The Blind Man and the Elephant, six blind men meet an elephant for the first time, and each man touches a different part of the elephant and makes predictions about what the elephant is like. A folktale from India that teaches intercultural awareness by illustrating how different perspective leads to distinct points of view. Long ago, six old men lived in a village in India. Each was born blind. The other villagers loved the old men and kept them away from harm. Since the blind men could not see the world for themselves, they had to imagine many of its wonders. They listened carefully to the stories told by travelers to learn what they could about life outside the village. The men were curious about many of the stories they heard, but they were most curious about elephants. They were told that elephants could trample forests, carry huge burdens, and frighten young and old with their loud trumpet calls. So ये बैकग्राउंड है इस पोम का. अब हम डिस्कस करेंगे इस पोम की समरी. One of the villagers told these six blind men that there is an elephant in a village today. When these blind men heard this, out of curiosity, they wanted to experience it by touching it, as they had no idea what an elephant is. When the first person touched the side of the elephant, he said, "It is like a wall." अब जो first blind man था, उसने elephant के side को touch किया, तो उसने कहा ये एक wall है. The second person, when touched the tusk of the elephant by touching it, he told everyone that it is strong and smooth, just like a spear. When the third person touched the trunk of the elephant, he said it is like a snake. But the fourth person experienced something different. He said it is like a tree. When he touched the feet of the elephant, the fifth one, when touched the ear of the elephant, it felt like a fan to him. Lastly, when the sixth person touched the tail of the elephant, he said it is like a rock. तो ये सिक्स ब्लाइंड मैन का एक्सपीरियंस था जिन्होंने एलिफेंट को डिस्क्राइब किया है. नन ऑफ देम इज रॉन्ग एंड येट नन ऑफ देम इज एब्सोल्युटली राइट. हर कोई थोड़ा थोड़ा सही था, लेकिन सारे लोग असल में गलत थे आपस में. Each blind man touched a different part of the elephant. That's why all were correct, as elephant consists of all those characteristics that they had described. अब इस पोम का मॉरल क्या है? The Blind Man and the Elephant is an interesting story that originated in India in the 18th century. While it entertains us, it also teaches us an important lesson of life. The story tells us that truth is relative to one's own perspective, and because the truth is relative, we all should respect the opinions of others. After all, their views of reality are based on a different viewpoint rather than our. Basically, इस पोम का मॉरल ये है कि हमें हर किसी की राय का एहतराम करना चाहिए. The story of the blind man and the elephant tells us about the reality of life and also about a basic problem that we all have. It tells us that individual truth may be partially true, but it is not the ultimate truth. उम्मीद है ये जो मैंने आपसे पोम आज डिस्कस की द ब्लाइंड मैन एंड द एलिफेंट आपको समझ में आई होगी। अगर ये वीडियो आपको पसंद आई हो तो प्लीज हमारे चैनल सब्सक्राइब करना ना भूलिएगा। अपना ख्याल रखें। अल्लाह हाफिज।